You bastard. Let me get the... Okay, there we go. We're now live. Let me get the watch party up. Get them songs in that thing. You won't beat a dang if you ain't got that dang.
Do up, 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 do up.
All right. Not yet. Not yet. And the further I get into the fucking Stalker 2 story, holy shit. I'm about to go half.
I'm surprised you haven't, like, 100% of that game, dude.
No, it's because I'm doing all the quest lines and shit. And they added even more, which kind of broke one that I was low-key doing. Because I heard some shit about the Yantar Dam Gate. And so I went to the... Actually, never mind. I'm not going to say any more about that because that's a major spoiler.
That damn gate.
Damn you, gate.
Back in my day, you damn gate.
Somebody really doesn't like Bill Gates.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But he made Microsoft.
But he made...
But I'm macro hard.
It's me, John Macrohard. Your arch nemesis.
It's me,
No.
Dave Penis Joe.
No, Sverlik, I know that we already have a lot of things in works for potential shirts, but can John Macro Hard please be one of them?
Write it
I
down.
need to see...
I'll do it.
Thank
I
you.
need to see the Bill Gates versus John Doerr fight.
What? That's all you get from me is what? Okay. That's ready. That's ready. And I do believe... Oh, wait. I need some of that Doom. We'll get it in a minute. Okay. Everybody in the watch party. Just gotta get arm... wait. Shadow, you still don't have your laptop, right?
No.
Okay. So we're just waiting
You do
on
not.
a ramen.
Huh?
Hop in the... watch party. Alright.
Will it work today? I roll the dice.
Internet's a lot more stable today, I hope.
Well, my issue last time wasn't the internet. It was fucking YouTube just didn't go.
Oh, fair. Alright, let's get right into it. Let me pull up my chat monitor, too. Who dat? Oh, that's the Roomba. I gotta close my door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Funny. I didn't remember
Fucking-
owning any droids.
The fucking CIA's like, what are you doing, Derek?
Just me staring at the Roomba, dick in hand.
That's what we thought, and it just leaves the room.
That Roomba's got a dart gun, and on the tip of that dart is LSD. That's how you know it's from the CIA.
Could you see it? It like rolls into his room, and this little door in the front just flops down, goes, and little darts go.
Now I got LSD in my dick from my CIA Roomba, and frankly, I'm about to have one hell of a trip.
That needs to be a shirt quote. Note, go back and clip that so I can throw that on a shirt. Alright, we're 5 minutes in. Uh, that's why I always start the recording early. Now we can say fuck games. Actually, I probably said fuck like 30 times already. God damn it.
Only 2.
Oh, good. I try to abide sometimes by the YouTube gods. But fuck them. We're getting balls deep. Before we get into this, how are you guys feeling about this one? You guys know what's about to happen. We are entering the fucking brain scorcher. OOC, how are you feeling?
This is not gonna
Out
be
of
fun.
character, I know that I am the hand that pulls the bow across the strings as well as the thing that sings. So I'm gonna fuck hard. Riot, on the other hand, ooh.
Well, all I'll say is that shotgun's gonna come in a lot of handy in these little tight spaces.
I'm thinking I need to buy a combat knife so that I don't have to shoot my gun.
Like
I'm ready
I've
to
done
get
the
brain scorched.
Yeah, I've done the brain scorcher in actual like games, and it's fucking.
Somebody else.
It's tight.
Did you like that that little meme I sent you of the last moments of consciousness?
Is nobody else pre-gaming the Scorch?
Huh?
Is nobody else pre-gaming the Scorch? I'm already kind of scorched.
Oh.
Yo, man,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
so fucking
always
scorched
pre-gaming
right
the Scorch.
now.
Yes,
You just
absolutely.
going half retarded before we get in here. Just beating your head against the
Listen,
wall. I hear the voices.
in character and out of character, we're both stoners.
I thought she was talking about hearing voices and shit.
I mean,
You don't
maybe.
get that green psychosis, dude.
Nope. I don't do it often enough.
What if it
I
was
don't know. Based on the
Scorch?
schizo posting I'm doing in general text.
All right.
Out here scorking on him.
Time to begin. The stale air of Shakarov's bunker. Wow, that's loud. Jesus. There we go. The stale air in Shakarov's bunker carried the faint aroma of distant coffee and tinned meat. A small electric burner hissed in the corner where Harry managed to cobble together a half-decent breakfast. Beans, black bread, and lukewarm tea. They sat in a loose circle around an old metal crate that served as a table. The tension in the room was heavy, like a wet wool. Even Clacker, usually the first to crack a joke, sat quiet, absently thumbing the edge of her coffee mug. Sawbone cleaned a scalpel with a cloth, more out of habit than need. Riot leaned back against the wall, his arms crossed, his eyes fixed on the floor like it owed him something. Kipchak stood near an old faded map of the area, and an unlit cigarette hung from his lips, his beard trim, short, his fatigues neat, everything about him sharp and severe. It was like he was carved from flint, his voice carried authority as he spoke. Shakarov thinks this is a suicide one, but I think we're the only bastards crazy enough to pull it off. An old map of the dead city flared into a blur of old streets and broken tram lines, faded Soviet block structures overlaid with radiation zones and anomaly clusters. The main road is suicide. Shakarov wasn't joking. Snipers, PSI fields, reality distortion. The tram tunnels run under most of them. We need to get to the tunnels from the train station in the center of the dead city. Alexander nodded slowly, his eyes scanning the lines as he was memorizing. We reach here. Go ahead if you want to make a guess.
sorry, I wasn't sure if it was mine or not. We breach here. It's exposed, but with monolith.
He said,
Is the rest of that? Or is,
Yep.
Yeah, sorry.
He said, pointing to a sewer access west of the city's political office, into the maintenance corridors. That's how Sin was moving before they started going missing. Kipchak gave a small grim smile with a nod. Sin, Monolith, Killa, zombies, whatever used to be alive in here, either worships the zone or became a part of it. Looking to the crowd with steel in his voice. Don't respond to the voices, Kipchak said, echoing Shakarov's warning earlier. No matter what you hear, even if it's your mother, even if it's yourself. Sawbone finally spoke, her voice quiet yet firm.
And if someone does?
Riot looked up.
Then we leave them.
The room went silent again. The only sound was the low hum of the bunker's generators. Kipchak tapped the map on the wall hard with his index finger. We move at 0800. Gear up, check optics, double your anti-psych meds. This isn't another sweep. This is the city that doesn't sleep. We go in heavy, we go in hard, and we figure out what the fuck is going on.
Hell of a way to spend a morning.
Alexander stood, his eyes hard.
It's where the answers are. Where Sparta is keeping something. And it's where we will finish this. One way or the other.
No one spoke as they finished their breakfast. The gravity of what lay ahead pressing down like a storm front. The dead city waited, and it never waited patiently. So at this point, you guys have been at Shakarov's bunker for 2 weeks. Not that you didn't want to leave or continue this, but more so that this is the first comfort that you guys have had since entering the zone. Rib, you and Whisper haven't had this kind of comfort in years. For you,
Yeah.
Alex and Stims, you zoners, it's been a couple of months, but the amenities here, the clean drinking water, not having to boil it, being able to go shit in a toilet, have a hot shower every day, you guys couldn't peel yourself away from the amenities. And so now, you have Battalion Command coming through, and they're saying, alright, you guys gotta go. And in conjunction with your operation, the Mercenary Corps intends to retake the South End and stake their claim back in Dead City. So you're not going to be the only ones attacking Dead City. However, anybody who's played S.T.A.L.K.E.R and been through Dead City, I don't need to tell you guys how absolutely nightmarish it is. And how goddamn crazy those fucking snipers are. That said, in character, let us begin.
Have we been
Go ahead.
in contact with the Mercenary Corps?
Yep. They've
Oh,
been, the battalion commander's here with us. He's just in a different room.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind.
Are there traders here?
Nope. Just
No.
Shakarov, his scientists, and, some of, some random ecologists and stuff.
When we were on our way over to this scientist, we went through that tunnel with those two Islam dudes who helped us get through it. I forget how far away is that tunnel.
About 10 kilometers.
Oh, damn. Alright, and that's like in the opposite direction of where we're heading.
Yeah, not
Oh.
only that, but you'd have to cross the Great Swamps again.
Oh,
And go back in the direction of Sparta and all those crew. They're still
Mm-hmm.
chilling there. Not exactly in the place because they learned their lesson from the booby traps, but they're still looking for you guys on that end of Yentar.
Yeah. My stealth is pretty good and my pathfinding is great, but I don't think that I would be able to stealth all the way back over there in order to do what I want to do.
Oh yeah, no, with currently the only way with the situation that's going on with Sparta and that loose group of 60-odd bandits back in that direction, Monolith at the helicopter yards, Monolith in Dead City, Killa in Dead City, and the mercenaries trying to gain control of the tunnel into Yantar and south end of the city. There's mass exodus of mutants and whatnot going back to Dead City. Monolith trying to expel them back out. The only way forward is through Dead City. The only safe way, strangely, is through Dead City. And that's saying
Yeah.
something.
It's saying a lot.
Oh, also, I wanted to mention the current climate of the zone. I had mentioned before that the zone had held its breath. The zone has exhaled, and the outer cordon at the military checkpoint, you guys can see this going on. Automated sentry turrets, machine gun nests, guard towers, all of that is engaging hordes of mutants that all kind of put aside their normal differences of the hierarchy of the zone and are just getting shot to shit. You got fucking blind dogs, hogs, flesh, boars, poltergeists, pseudo giants, normal giants, zombies, Islam, fucking you name it, and it is throwing itself at the cordon, or not at the cordon, but at the outer zone walls.
Gotcha.
And you guys hear about that on the radio.
Sounds like we're wading waist high in this shit.
And what I would give to dissect something in that mix there, though.
As the about 20 minutes from the 0800 mark, you see me kind of check my wristwatch and just get up from my seat. Without saying a word, I just go strap on my Seva suit, or Sunrise suit, get everything checked, and drop around into battery with my Scar H. And as that's happening, Shakarov comes, and he just kind of peeks in for a second, and has a little look. Y'all RP amongst yourselves for a moment. I'm going to be AFK for just a second, but
Wait. Did we sell them the mutant parts that we found?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least we are not at the outer barrier. Could be worse.
From what I've been hearing of this Dead City place, I don't think it can be much worse.
But better to deal with 5 problems than 105 problems.
I suppose so.
I'm used to dealing with cities and things like that, so as long as we are careful for looking out for marksmen and snipers and such, we should be able to keep ourselves safe.
Could also be mined to hell.
Well, that's what I will leave that to you.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. What's going on?
We were just
Talking about how
Breakfast.
shit it is out there.
Yep.
Breakfast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Breakfast? So yes, Sakharov looks inside, not really coming into the room. I got the hiccups. Not really coming into the room, but he looks inside and kind of shakes his head in dismay. And as he's shaking his head, he says, "You're really going out there."
As much as I've been enjoying the hot showers and not getting shot at, we need to. Our path leads nowhere but Dead City.
We have mission to accomplish anyway. I'm not
Oh,
in
yeah?
zone because of shits and giggles. There is reason to be here, right? We are mercenaries. We are trying to get paid.
What happens, though, when that paycheck is the last thing you get? What about your family? What about your friends? Or do you have none?
I would hope
I'm
that
gonna get off of the wall that I'm leaning on and approach him. Like, not get super close, but close enough. And obviously, I'm not gonna be wearing any, like, my helmet or gas mask or anything yet, because we're still indoors. You need to remember that there is a certain kind of man that comes to the zone.
Yeah, maybe for you stalkers, but as scientists, we're here for a reason.
You have different reasons than us. We all have one.
I'll
Well,
tell you what, Sakharov. It benefits you that we go. Does it not?
I can measure more on psi equipment, but
Well, if we turn off Brain Scorcher, then your scientists can go further north.
yes, there was one guy through here before. 7 or so years ago, by the name of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Surely you've heard of him.
More and more as we go this way.
I've heard name, but that is it.
S.T.A.L.K.E.R. was able to get to the Scorcher. Somehow, it is back.
Well, then if he can do it, we can do it. No problem.
I don't know. One of these days, things will end badly for you, mercs. And he just kind of turns around, and as he's walking away, you hear him say, "The door facing Dead City." Oh, sorry. The door facing Dead City is unlocked. You're free to leave. Good luck. I don't expect to see any of you ever again. Just for the record. And you hear his footsteps leave, kind of trail off. Dunk, 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 dunk.
I'm gonna turn around and address the whole group. Just looking everybody over. Take all of what he said and throw it out of your mind now. The Brain Scorcher will use that against you like a metastasizing growth of the mind. Accept no option other than victory.
Duh. Do not listen to Debbie Downer. He's a scientist. They're fucking nerds. Okay? They're scared of everything. That's why they stay in bunker.
Look, this stint is more of a extracurricular vacation for me. I'm going back home after all this shit.
Yeah, I am too. But I came here to do job and find excitement for a little while. So,
What we're about to get into will be very exciting.
well, good.
I'm gonna start putting the rest of my gear on, and double, triple checking everything.
I will follow suit as well.
This Thriller guy, who's to say he isn't the one turning the damn Scorcher back on?
Well, he's been MIA for some time. Most assume that he's dead because of his proximity to the brain scorcher.
He spoke to the wish
There's-
granter, right?
That is what they say. As to what happened to him, no one seems to know. Everyone has a story.
Would be Monolith.
I think Monolith got him.
Well, maybe we find out in our travels, eh?
We will see. And if we don't, that is also fine.
I agree. We will take no extra risk that we don't need to take. We will be careful.
Following a path like his would be exactly that. A large risk that does not need to be taken.
Exactly. If we happen upon information, then we will pass it off to people who will matter, and we will get paid for it. But we have our own path to take. Let's do that.
I'm gonna get face to face with Stims and just kind of like not really kneel down but crouch as she's sitting on the chair and just kind of be face to face. And I'm just gonna point. Keep that fucking Vogue ready.
Affirm.
And then I'm just gonna stand up and leave the room out towards the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna check all my gear, make sure all my mags are loaded, everything. All that good stuff.
I pop the VOG out the front, check it, put it back in.
As everybody kind of piles up at the door. What's the last little thing you're gonna do before you cross back into the zone? As I've got to come out behind you guys and close the door and lock it, or pound on it to make sure he knows to lock it. What? We'll go down the list here. Ramen, what are you doing as you step over the ledge of the steel bulkhead door? What are you doing as you enter the zone again?
Last thing I'm doing is essentially after repacking all my mags, making sure my thermals are good, batteries are good, radios are fine. As soon as I cross that threshold, I pop my side blockers and just utter a small Lord's Prayer and finish.
What about you, Sawbone?
I'm gonna grab a joint out of one of my front pockets in my jacket, and I'm gonna light that up, and I'm also gonna say a small prayer to myself before I step out into that world.
What about you, Stims?
I take a deep breath of bunker air before putting my mask back on. I rub my neck and mutter under my breath, fucking monolith.
And you, Alex?
I'm gonna check the seals on my mask. Well, before I put my mask on fully and walk outside, I'm gonna take my sidewalk, and I'm going to put my mask on, check the seals, and I'm going to check to make sure there's a round chambered in my rifle.
You can't see it, but as you walk by me, underneath of my mask, I smile, and I smack the top of your sunrise helmet, and say, "You look like one of those nerds."
Duh, but my brain is not fuzzy. That's nice.
What about you, Riot?
Um, after putting or taking the Cyblock meds and putting the helmet on, mask on, checking the seal as everybody else has done, he's not gonna say or do anything. It's just gonna be just calculated and stoic.
Whisper right behind him is not necessarily nervous, but you can see the hint of nervousness on his face. Having been in this general area when he saved Riot from Killa, he knows very, very well the cost of the Dead City and Pripyat. This area is unimaginably hostile. You might as well walk through downtown Kandahar. Like, you'll get a better result there. But yeah.
I'm gonna notice that on Whisper and place my hand on his shoulder, looking him in the face. It will not happen again. The tables have turned.
He's just gonna take a really deep breath in. And his eyes kind of grow more steely as he does. And even though, again, under the mask of the sunrise suit, you can't see it, but he's got almost a hateful look on his face, and he says, "We will kill him."
I give him a hug.
He's gonna share that embrace. But everybody, go ahead. First, roll me any. Give me that sweet, sweet initiative. And a pen.
What?
Can somebody email me a fucking pen?
Oh.
Actually, where the fuck is my pen?
18.
Oh, there it is.
I got 16.
18.
I got a 7, and
I got a rock.
Are we entering combat or is this just initiative?
That's for me to
11.
know.
Oh
So-
boy.
I got a 7. Sarah got a 10.
We open up the bunker door, and Monolith is there. They have a fucking hind.
The monolith is just
Hind
there.
deep.
A T90 barrel just as soon as you open the door.
It's like a cartoon.
Hold on.
Okay, so we got
Oh, no,
Stim's
cheek.
Rib, and I'll go Whisper right behind him. And then Aramon, Mike, Sarah, myself. All right, so you guys begin the arduous journey. And as you guys get into position along the flanking wall that faces Shakarov's bunker, you guys crawl through the hole that Strelick and his crew made. And immediately, you guys feel different. And you hear this. Hear that? Zombies. But you can also hear that they're walking by, like left to right. Nothing else. But yeah, you guys crawl under, and you guys start getting closer to kind of the industrial area. And as you guys are coming through, more and more, you guys see Zoids, lots and lots of zombies, but you guys are moving well enough not to be detected. And within about a 10-minute walk, you guys, and pay close attention to the audio, because this is what you guys are hearing real time. But here's you guys. You guys make your way to the first settlement buildings. And so you've got Bonesaw stacked up on the corner. Oleg with his sniper watching rooftops. We got Stims right there with her Vogue ready to rock. We got good old Riot with his pathfinding gear right in front, taking cover behind a washing machine that got thrown out of a building because Russia. And good old Alexander taking the lead point as we're beginning to move in the city, with Harry right behind him, and I'm pulling up rear security with Whisper. Basically, just start your RP in Dead City as if you're right here.
Can I roll to check the rooftops and make sure there are no marksmen or snipers?
Yeah, go ahead and roll as I'm gonna have you playing your other character. Roll for Oleg. Roll perception. He's gonna roll at your stat.
There it is, perception. That's only a 7. And my perception is shit. So it's -2, so it's really a 5.
All right. He's scanning rooftops and top floor windows, and you kind of make a hand signal as you're passing him, like your eyes and a finger up, raising your hand, and he nods, and he scans all of the rooftops that he can see, and he just gives a double click on the radio, meaning okay or yes.
Okay.
Harry, you're directly behind him. As you're sweeping with that thermal sight, you're picking up lots of signatures, but they're inside of buildings, at your level. You're seeing through walls, most of them. You also see the zombies as they walk by. What you doing? What you thinking? How you feeling?
Well, right now I'm kind of in like that weird, I don't want to say paranoia, but paranoia where like as I'm sweeping with the thermal, I'll see like a signature and think like, oh fuck, it's looking right at us, and see that it's behind a fucking wall. Just being a little too on edge.
Fair enough, man. What about you? You've got your stims. You've got, Clacker. You've got your AK down, but at the ready. You've got a trigger finger on your 545 trigger and a trigger or 762 trigger and a trigger finger on your Vogue. You're pretty much right on Harry's ass, and you're looking over the shoulder of Rib, who's aiming down his sights at zombies as they walk by you guys.
I'm scanning for any mounds or any wires that could signify there are mines.
Ah, see, we like this chick. And as you guys are moving, those sniper rounds ring out. And you hear and who wants to look at their PDA? Actually, Whisper is pulling rear security with me. I'm not going to make anybody possibly fuck up this early. He's going to take it out since he's got kind of a rear security role. And he looks, he radios. Mercenaries, they're beginning their attack.
Once things get going, we start making our move.
Roger that. And Bonesaw, you're on your knee, just peeking around this corner, got a full chicken wing going on with your AK-74, and you're looking at some of the same zombies that Rib's watching move left to right and then back across the street. These guys are pretty harmless, and they, as you continue to see them doing their thing, you notice they speak. How do you feel? What do you see? What are you thinking? Oh, there's one speaking now. Oh wait, you
As
can't
this
hear
is the
this.
first. No, it's okay, but I can visualize it. You're doing good. As this is the first time that I'm even seeing them, and I have really zero experience or knowledge of the zone, I'm kind of holy shitting myself in my spot there, but I'm trying to keep it cool, so I am just really watching all around me.
And you guys can, you specifically, Sawbone and Oleg, can hear me switching to, you hear me kind of rustle with my Scar H. And I'm pulling out a knife. And you just hear me say over the radio, contact, close, stand by. And, where is... I need a strength die. Where you at? Endurance, dexterity, reaction, intelligence, perception, charisma. Where's the strength die at?
Here it is, the white one.
Oh, here we go. I just missed
It
that
looked
one
like one
'cause
of the
it
little
looked like-
body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like one of the hit dies.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay, it's fine. It's I still got 17. So that's a 19. I just knifed the shit out of this zombie in the throat and stabbing upward from kind of an uppercut into the throat, up through the trachea, under the tongue, and all of that good stuff. Pull that knife out, and then 2 more immediately in the heart from above the body armor, and then I push the stalker to the ground, dry my knife off on him, and I say, unfortunately, the zone claims another. And I'm going to close his eyes and return to my rear security position. 1 down, clear.
As I see that, I'm just gonna laugh under my breath.
Can I try to steal a knife from one of them?
Yeah? If they have one on them.
Do I roll loot search?
You're going to have to close the distance on one of them. And so you're going to roll stealth first. And that'll be under your, there it is, dex.
7,
So you need a dex
8
die.
plus 7.
Here you go. There's a dex
Oh,
die.
okay.
And with that, you'll be rolling Uh,
14 plus 7 is my stealth. So 21.
all right. Wait until I finish what I was saying, but
Alright.
you're also going to be rolling a reaction, which is going to be your what would that go under? Um, we'll say loot search. So you're closing the distance with this die. That was what again? 17.
Yep. That was
Go
a
ahead and
four,
roll
no, that was a
this.
14 plus 7, so that was a 21.
Gotcha. Roll the other one for your reaction. We'll do sleight of hand.
16
Oh
plus
shit.
my
Okay.
sleight of hand is my sleight of hand.
So yeah,
So 6,
you roll up on one of the zombies that
28.
Rib and Bonesaw are watching, kind of move left and right. You move up on him as he's encroaching on the corner of the building you guys are in cover behind, or moving with, I should say. And you push him up against the back of the building, and you fucking just bash his goddamn his gun and everything. You hit him hard enough to where he's pinned against the building. The front of him is pinned against the building. And you kind of start searching, and you do find a knife, and you're able to shove that in the back of the skull, severing the brain stem, and it's lights out. He's dead weight. You let him slide over. You got yourself a small K-bar. It's rusted. It's in really, really bad shape. If you're going to be cutting with it, it will break. If you're going to be stabbing with it, I'll have you roll every time you use it on a disadvantage.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys, anybody else want to do anything while we're still kind of just starting the maneuvers into Dead City?
Nothing I can think of.
Nope.
Alrighty. As you guys continue moving forward, everybody roll me perception. Just go ahead and pass the perception die around so I can get everybody's score.
8 plus 9, 17.
Okay, 17. Alright. Harry, you're next.
$18.
Okay. Rib.
Alright.
This will count for both of you guys. Ooh.
Total is gonna be 19.
Nice. The zoner's coming through. Please don't fuck. Ah! God damn it.
Hold on. 10 with my -2. And I shall roll for Sarah. Oh boy, she rolled a 2, but I think her perception is better. Yeah, she gets a 8 total.
Alright. And, I'll roll for Oleg. Okay. Alright. So, back in turn order. As the next cover comes close, Alex takes a kneel and 2 clicks on the radio. Click, click. Meaning set. And then you hear 1 click. Click. And that is Stims. Stims is moving. You've got a Zoid directly in front of you. That's this dude talking. What are you gonna do?
Me? Or
Yep, you're the only stims here.
Okay. Can I pull out my E-tool and switch it to pick mode?
Yeah, that'll take this turn. Rib, you are moving up. You and Oleg are going to be rear security now. You guys kind of just watching everybody as they move and take up the tail of the formation. You feel a tap on your back as Oleg is now pretty much nuts to butts with you as you guys move through. You guys get to the next layup point, and Mike is set covering. Stims just took out her E-tool. She's switching it over to pick mode. What are you doing?
I'm really just keeping a lookout. I know that stakes are extremely high right now, so there's not much that I'm focused on else other than making sure that no one gets the drop on us.
Roger that. And so, Harry, that leaves you. You get kind of somewhere in the middle of the formation as Stims is taking out her E-tool. You're kind of sweeping with thermals. Your perception, you're seeing lots and lots of stuff. Everybody's seeing a lot of stuff. Everybody rolled really well. And I am just going to paint you a picture. As you guys move through these corridors, really tight corridors, we're talking between apartment buildings, less than 5 meters space between them. All these zombies moving back and forth into a central courtyard. This next cover is going to be a right button hook leading to dead space long direct front and dead space long on that button hook right. So Mike, you'd be basically leaning left around this right corner, looking down the dead space right long, and Stims is looking forward. Harry, you're coming in, going pretty much direct front and medium right, looking down this corridor. Or not corridor, but kind of in a more open area between, almost a promenade between all the different apartment districts that meet up here. It's essentially the corner or back face of 6 different apartment buildings.
I'll pop on the radio and just advise. However many are saying out here, there's double, triple inside. Remember, we need to stay quiet.
Luckily, with all the overgrowth and vegetation, staying hidden from the zombies is easy. That said, Alex, what are you and Oleg doing? Well, Oleg's pulling up rear security with Rib. But when as you're kind of scanning this button hook and everybody's catching up to you, what are you thinking? What are you seeing?
Is there anything down this alley that I'm looking down as I scan up around this corner?
Nope. There's nothing of interest, just more zombies. There are 6 stalker zombies just doing their back and forth as they have been, not really taking any notice, just walking back and forth talking to themselves.
Let's see here. Do I have a suppressor I do not have one for my pistol, but I do have one for my rifle. I'm going to take out my, I'm actually going to take out my machete.
Okay.
So that'll probably take that turn. So.
Yep. So you switch from your weapon, you unclip the machete from your Kydex holster, and you're ready. You're going full fucking Spetsnaza on this motherfucker.
And actually, can I also take out my pistol as well and put it in my my offhand?
Mm-hmm.
Just in case I need it. I don't want to use it, but if shit goes south, I want to have it drawn. So yeah, I'm gonna have my machete in my right hand and my pistol in my left hand. So I'll probably get a some sort of like negative to shooting it out of my left hand, but I don't care. It's close quarters.
Sarah, you and Oleg are moving center of the formation, watching 9 and 3 o'clock windows. You see faces look at you but take no interest, dead eyes and dead glares from every window as you pass. And you have essentially over your right shoulder is this giant SR-10 fucking sniper rifle. Oleg is watching your front as you continue watching the 3 and 9, and he's, just like with everybody else, you guys are nuts to butts, and you can feel every time he sees something, he kind of squeezes your shoulder. You guys stop, and he notes it on the radio, and then he squeezes your shoulder again, and you guys keep going. Eventually, you guys finally, very slowly, make your way up to the formation again. Everybody's all formed up, ready to rock. And Harry and Oleg both, at this next cover position, note, monolith, rooftop, 10 o'clock, high.
I'm going to I'm going to put my hand up in the stop, sort of hand position to make the column stop, or the line stop, that is. And where they are, so they're like around the next corner essentially.
Yep. So if you guys move forward, there's a chance that you'll be exposed to this monolith sniper. If you guys move right, you'll be going off course.
I'm going to kind of get down on my stomach and crawl up to the corner, and I am just going to use the blade of my machete to just kind of see if I can see around the corner. It's kind of shiny, so maybe I can use it as kind of a mirror.
Go ahead.
My
And
perception is shit, so it's probably not going to work, but
well,
it's better than peeking my head out.
I'm gonna give you. I like that. I'm gonna give you. Let's do sleight of hand and street. Actually, you know what? Roll your street knowledge. I feel like that's an uncommon thing. That's not something that
Alright.
everybody would think of.
I got an 11. I got an 11 in that, so that could be worse. So, roll with perception die here. Come on, baby. 10 perception
Nice.
plus street knowledge is 11, so 21.
Hell yeah. You can see, as you're focusing your focus mirror there, you definitely see him, and he doesn't see that reflection though. He's just doing monolith shit brainlessly, as they do. But something catches your eye. You rolled a high perception too. The face of this guy does not look human. He does not have a mouth. The skin from the forehead is pulled over the eyes and nose and stitched from the skin from the chin. Like, there is no facial definition there. And what do you think?
I'm gonna kind of like blink my eyes and then focus harder on the image to make sure that I'm actually seeing what I think I'm seeing, and it's not just distortion in like the reflection or something.
Yeah, you blink and refocus your eyes. That motherfucker's still ugly.
Is he look like he's looking through the scope of the rifle?
He's got a SVD with olive drab paint job on it, and he's just looking in your guys' general direction. Not down, but just outwards.
Is there anyone else around him or in the rooftops around him?
You focus and kind of shift the mirror around back down to your level, and you do see more monolith. That is an indicator. Um, Potentially there's something with the brain scorcher that makes these zombies less reactive, but the monolith hyperactive. But that's something that you guys will have to figure out. But yeah, you see another 3 monolith in that corridor.
On the ground level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my blade back, and I'm gonna kind of shuffle my way back as quietly as I can, and then I'm gonna go back to the group, and I'm gonna tell everybody there's monolith sniper on roof. Weird fucking guy. I don't know. Don't look. It's fucking nightmare fuel. But we also have 3 monolith on the ground in the next corridor. They seem very active. I don't know how we're going to get past them. We might be able to take Sniper out. He seems like he's kind of zoned out or something. But have to be pretty good shot. And it will alert the other monolith. So I'm not sure we'll be able to sneak past.
Well, you and Oleg do have suppressors, and we do have a Gauss rifle. But
I was about to say, how far away are they?
other than that, I'll get to you in a second, Armin. As you're
Yep.
saying that, Oleg is pivoting around on Sarah's shoulder still, or Bonesaw's shoulder, and he sees that guy, and you see him visibly wince, and just he goes, "Oh."
Duh.
Is there a way
I thought
around?
Sin was. Go ahead.
Is there a way around it?
Let me get to Armin. Um, Armin, your question. So you rolled really high on your perception as well. You're kind of scanning around with your thermal, and you pinpoint this guy on the rooftop. You've actually got a rangefinder in that fancy thermal scope that you've got, and you click that rangefinder on, and you see, 075. So he is exactly 75 meters up and in front of you. Most of that is height, as he's on. You know those. You've seen pictures of Russian apartment blocks, right?
Yeah, the cookie cutter ones.
Yeah. He's on the top
Brutalist
of one of
Soviet
those,
architecture.
and
Yeah.
he's just on that concrete ledge, just looking, ish. And Stims, there is a way around them, and actually, as you're asking that, myself and Whisper get back to the formation, and I'm going to, without, I'm tracking this zombie threat as Mike had moved away to go scout. I'm still tracking the zombie threat. I'm just going to make a hand signal with a couple of fingers with my hand, obviously, to breach through the building. There's really only one way we get through here, and that's without alerting him, that's without alerting the zombies, and that's without alerting the monolith. And I'm just going to turn after making the hand signal. Get through the window. Broken window. Continue through the building. We need to continue towards the east. If we go anywhere other than east, we are wrong. We get straight to the objective. And my stack on that door. Let me look at the roly boy. We are going to have ribcage, stims, and Algo. Ribcage, stims, and myself are going to breach through the apartment and keep the go-go on the go-go. So we stack up on the door, me and Rib on one side, Stims, you got the Vogue on the other, and you're going to give the door a good pat, turn that knob and push that bitch in, the door actually falls off its hinge as soon as you push it in. But
Can I try to catch it?
that's neither here nor there. And then, as you push through, Riot's first with his big old shoddy boy, and you're immediately behind him, and I will be filling behind you, and everything is kosher. The rest of the stack can flow in right there with us. And that is the stack on the door. Isn't that sexy?
Very.
Gets a thumbs up from me.
Very sex.
There's sex, why won't we?
Whoa, we will.
The sight as you guys come through, this is monolith territory. You guys open the door and you come into blood-covered walls. And this blood's been there for decades. So it almost doesn't register at first until you get the smell off of your the air that's being refiltered by your sunrise suits, or your sunrise suits. It almost looks like brown paint, but the flies and the scent make you realize this is layers and layers of blood. Somebody decorated this room with human or mutant blood. And you look up along the edging of the walls as it meets the ceilings, and it's decorated with human intestine. They're old, they're shriveled up, but it's like Christmas lights. And you see, as you guys flow through this apartment, you guys go from the kitchen into the living room, and you see several human corpses just ripped open, decayed, stalker corpses. Point man, what you thinking?
Well, I'm a little spooked, little more than a little disgusted. That's a lot to take in.
Stims.
I don't really care. It smells horrible.
You just, you can almost audibly hear me kind of like swallow hard. And here we hear a helicopter. What do you guys do as you hear the helicopter? I'm going to go through the turn order. Stims.
Duck.
Rib.
I'm gonna say over the radio, helicopter, stay where you are, get fucking inside, get away from the fucking windows.
Whisper is going to transition and make sure everybody gets in, and he's going to take that door and put it up against the window that you guys came through, the broken window, just so that way nobody sees you guys inside. Araman, what are you doing? You're inside. You've seen all these things now too. You've heard the helicopter, you've heard the get low. What you doing?
I mean, I'm hitting the deck essentially.
All right. Alex.
I'm gonna move in and press myself up against the wall of where the window was that he put the door against.
Alrighty.
Just to wait for the helicopter to pass.
Oleg is going to kind of move center of the room and take a kneel and just kind of really duck low. Bones, Sawbone, what are you doing?
I am in shock. Like I am gagged at what I'm seeing right now. I don't think my character had ever expected something like this. So standing amazed and terrified all at the same time.
As I'm moving through, I'm gonna tap people that I'm walking by. It's fine. I think it's going away now. And just kind of stop walking for a minute to give a careful ear to the environment. And we just hear this zombie just outside the window, but he can't see. He was kind of pulled off his course by the sound of that heli, but you know, also, you guys know whose heli that is, right?
It's military.
Monolith.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do they really have their own fucking helicopters?
they
A
do.
couple.
Oh, fuck.
And so yeah, Monolith heli. And yeah, so you guys continue filling in through the rooms, moving place to place, and it just feels, the deeper you guys get into Dead City, the more intense shit continues to get. And then again, you guys go through a breach, another breach, a new hotel, a new building, a new apartment, a school, and you guys near the political school, and you see, as you guys approach the political school, Stims, you're front of the pack, and you get a little bit of cover, just a little bit of cover, just before the political school. And remember, this is near your objective. The cover that you guys have is exiting a schoolhouse, the actual main school. And as you exit the house, the schoolhouse, y'all got this. So you're covering behind a stair. Stims, you're right there front and center of that image. You got your VOG ready. Roll me another perception.
14 plus 9, 21.
Good.
23. 23.
There, you see a very infamous uniform. Not one that you personally have seen, but I'm going to send you an image of this guy, and I'm going to have you describe him. Alright?
Alright.
And it's going to be... I'll... And so you see this guy and you talk to you say on the radio,
I've got a guy with a beige suit wearing, I think, a Chi-Com rig. He's also got... He's got glasses on and he's got a beard as well. He's carrying what looks to be an AS file.
Gonna get me kind of riled up. You're gonna hear me over the radio. Is it just him or are there more of them? What camouflage is he wearing?
Are there more of them?
you only see the one. And it's only because he's overexposing himself out a window tracking a zombie. And you actually see him, and you report this. You see him as he's pivoting, slowly tracking a zombie. You hear thwack. And he reaches for a radio on his Chi-Com rig. and he speaks into it, but you can't hear what it is. He's a block away, across two four-way street and kind of an open area at this political school. He's on the second floor.
He's got no camo, and he's saying something on a radio.
Hmm.
And, Rib, you're kind of running in, close to the middle of that stack, kind of bringing up the rear with Harry there as the last two into this cover. What do you think about that description?
It's making me think of a specific crew of killers.
Exactly. And as you kind of start gazing towards that, as you form up with the group, kind of looking in that direction, something catches your eye. And you know these guys are cocky, if it is the group you're thinking of. But something does catch your eye out of the kind of peripheral. And you see a very obvious lack of light discipline as somebody is moving around a signal mirror. And when you look up to that signal mirror, you see exactly one of Killa's dudes. It's Killa's machine gunner.
I'm gonna say over the radio, I have positive ID on who these people are. This is Killer's crew. They're using a signal mirror right now to try and get a beat on us.
The, as that's radioed through the line, I'm just going to kind of look back from my cover position and say, it doesn't necessarily mean it's for us. That guy did just engage a zombie, and I'm going to kind of point towards the political school. But Whisper, in his position, is going to look forward with Oleg and kind of be looking through Oleg's binos that he carries on his back. And Oleg and Whisper see the rest of Killa's crew. So the radio man, the grenadier, Killa himself, and the dude with the little, the Krinkov, those four are moving back to the political school very tactically, very slowly, and they end up triggering a zombie, and you just hear this zombie very faintly. Right there is what you hear, and they go loud on him. You hear the bang bang from a Krinkov 545, just ba-boom. Everywhere around you falls dead fucking silent.
Shit.
I'm gonna say over the radio, that's our target. We follow them. Out of character. Are they out in the open right now?
They're moving into the political school, but yeah, they're transitioning from the open to cover.
Okay. Do you think we would have enough time to start opening up on them?
We might not have to. With them firing those rounds like that, they might have just alerted all the monolith around us.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything got real quiet after that.
Look, if Monolith
Laid
is...
ambush for him too.
Fair enough. But yeah, the entire area is now dead silent. All of the zombies that you saw around you, all of the monolith that you saw around you, including yours truly, everybody is taking a moment to do that stalker zombie 1 point, 2 point, 3 point turn as they pivot around. Rather than twisting their pelvis or twisting their hips, they twist by stepping around and they start moving towards them. And the entire political school is shattered with gunfire from 360. And the next thing that is reported on the radio and seen is, I'm going to post it here first. You guys see, and it's Alex, you tip them off. You can see a horde of about 30 monolith just walking casually towards the political school.
I'm gonna motion over to Riot. I'm gonna point at my eyes and I'm gonna point at that horde. I'm gonna say, I think they did it for us. Let's see what happens before we try and attack them.
I'm speechless, wide-eyed, looking on in horror.
This may be our chance to get around them.
As you guys have this conversation, another group of monolith on the other side of the stairs from you. They're not looking at you. They don't see you. You guys are in cover behind these stairs, right here. You guys see just another giant group of monolith that walk fucking dead ass past you guys, and they've got everything. They've got G36s. One dude has RPGs. Another dude has an RPG-7 bag on his back. These are the core of the monolith army, and they're just walking, and they take a turn towards the political school as well. There's probably 14 there.
I'm gonna look back at the group. This is our chance. They are going to attack that political school, and while they do it, we are going to sneak around this whole fucking mess. I know you want to kill Killer, and that's great, but I think they've done themselves in. And if not, there won't be fucking much left afterwards. Let's move along and try and get to Brain Scorcher. Maybe we come here afterwards.
As you guys kind of... Actually, I'm going to go down the turn list. You guys are feet. You guys could have reached out and grabbed these monolith dudes. You can smell the decay. You can smell, fucking feel their footsteps. Stinks.
I hold my breath.
Natural. Rip.
I haven't taken my eyes off of Killer's crew.
Whisper, I would imagine, is also speechless. Araman.
Yeah, I'm still on the ground. I'm just kind of like tracking them through thermal in the wall.
These guys literally couldn't have been closer to you without, having been noticed. What about you, Alex?
I'm just gonna keep my optic on the guy with the RPG, just in case they, for some reason, turn around and notice us. But until they get all the way to the political school, I'm going to keep my optic on.
Alrighty. And, yeah. The political school is being riddled with gunfire. And you guys hear just a smattering of bullets coming from Monolith. And, you guys are pretty much at this point. Their backs are to you. I just want to emphasize that. But you're probably 9 to 12 meters away from these guys. You're free to begin your maneuvers. How and what are you guys going to do to get around these guys, starting with Stills?
Living with opioid
Do I
addiction
see
can
any
be a
way
struggle,
around them?
trapped in a cycle of opioid use, withdrawal, and cravings.
Okay.
You can go into the school, you can go around the school, you can go up the same corridor that they're going, you can go left, right, you can go up, you can go down once you pass the political school.
I think we should
Begin your maneuvers.
go right, I guess.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me. At the same time, you're going to be rolling a pathfinding we'll just do regular perception. Pathfinding and perception. Actually, never mind. We'll talk about perception.
16 plus perception or pathfinding?
Pathfinding.
16
we'll
plus
just do
8,
pathfinding perception.
24. 24.
For which one? Pathfinding
Yeah, pathfinding is a 24.
and for perception. Alright, so you begin your
Plus 9 is 12.
you begin your move right. And as you're moving right, you're not really paying attention. You're so scared of what's going on to your left now, that whole big group of monolith, that you don't realize that there is a group of zombies coming right up that intersection. But they haven't really paid attention to you yet. They're focused on their eardrums being constantly blown out by all this gunfire. Rib, what's your move?
I'm gonna see that clacker moved off to that alleyway, and I'm gonna follow behind, but take kind of like actually, there's no real way to go wider around it. I'm gonna follow her, but like a little bit back, if that makes sense. I don't know how better to describe it.
Gotcha. And Whisper is going to get up and follow you. Armin, you've got thermals on all of what's going around you. And you see that Achilles guy he scans his scope and he sees you. He looks dead at you. And he gives you kind of a nod and 2 fingers up and then the middle finger. And he continues his firefight.
I mean, them's fucking fighting words right there.
Send it. If you
I'm
want to.
sending it. Yeah. Fuck this dude.
Alrighty. Shoot that Gauss.
Let's get dice. That is 12.
Alright. You hear. Whoop. You hear the little Gauss rifle do this. And yeah, that round.
Living with opioid addiction can be a struggle. Trapped in a cycle of opioid use, withdrawal, and
you
cravings.
see him kind of stagger back. Go ahead and roll me where you hit him.
And?
Alright. You got him in the arm. Since he's holding his weapon, we're gonna say that disables his... What side of the body is that on? That disables his dominant shooting hit. And you see him stagger back, and almost immediately, not quite like right away, but he fades away from the window. And about 4 seconds later, there's a little faint sound of, and the message reads, "I see you, stalker. You came to the wrong hood, bitch."
I'm just gonna raise the middle finger.
Hell yeah. Alright, it is on with Killer's crew. We just sent around, and Killer's sniper is hit. Hip check. Or no, Hero. You heard that beautiful Gauss rifle charge and send around. You saw that guy disappear. Luckily, it was the Gauss rifle. It can't be heard over the gunfire. You got
about to
times
say,
2 of your friendlies moving right. Everybody else is still behind this wall. What you doing?
Are the monoliths still facing away from the group?
Yes, but you see the group as that tungsten carbide rod goes over their head. They stop for a second, but they don't acknowledge it. Just simply, like where it came from specifically, simply because there's so many rounds being played. Like, I want to emphasize that in the last 15 seconds of gameplay, like real time, there have probably been 120 rounds. Let's say.
Are they firing themselves towards the building?
Yes. As they're walking,
Okay.
they're firing from the hip towards the building, hitting some of their own monolith dudes. But they don't care.
I don't have any explosives or anything like this. If we start firing, these guys are going to notice us. I'm...
You have a suppressor on the right.
Yeah, but that's still... Like, they're going to hear it going past them. They're not... They're monolith, but they're not completely fucking retarded. And we're pretty close to these guys. I think for now, I'm just gonna move right with the rest of the group and see if we can't get to a space that's not near them before we start engaging.
All right. As you cross the street to get into that alleyway, a couple of rounds kick up near you, but this ain't nothing that you're not used to. Your fucking overdrive, that Spetsnaza overdrive, it kind of kicks in, and you run superhumanly fast over to the other side of the street. And you kind of do a little bit of a knees-high stop as you come to the alleyway, and you're leaning left, making sure that you have cover on whoever's going to cross those rounds weren't directed at you. They're stray rounds that found you. And you're going to continue moving. Bonesaw, what you doing?
I'm trying to stay the hell out of sight from the enemy right now, so I'm just moving along with the rest of the group, but trying to stay a little bit towards the middle there if I can. Definitely keeping my eye around on everything around me. I'm not trying to tip off anything.
Gotcha. Alright, so you move across the street as well, right as Hero turns around to get that coverage up. And as that kind of goes
You have the
down,
right to choose who repairs your vehicle. What makes dead bad?
fucking ads. Anyways, you're moving, passing through the group of everybody, and kind of in the middle of the formation. You cross the street, and that leaves myself and Harry over on this side. Oh, and Oleg. And Oleg, he's going to say over the radio, "Squad lead, can I take a shot on that RPG?"
I will radio back. Yes, but get over here first. I don't want you being that close and triggering that whole group to shoot at you.
Raj, you just hear Raj, and you look over, and you see him sling his M110, pull his pistol, and he does that same fucking Spetsnaz overdrive across the street, and I just follow him. Except mine is significantly less Spetsnaz than you. And yeah, we get over to the side. Everybody is now in this alleyway, and we are flanking political school. I'm just gonna draw out here a little bit what we're looking at. Oh, that's really good. That's what she said.
Or maybe not.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What's my name move?
Yeah, dude. Hang on. That did not work. That was weird. Sorry about that. I was hoping to place something. Let's see here. Ah, perfect. Alright. So this is the apartment that you guys are along, or the school. Kind of a little L shape. This is the apartment that you guys came from. You guys lived like here to here, and then to the corner here. Monolith came up and turned. So now you guys went right, and you're going down the alleyway where the monolith came up. And there's a long building, like so, that has you guys blinded now from Kipchak, or sorry, not Kipchak, that's me, from that group. So you guys are heading down this alleyway, and there's a building right there. The political school is down this promenade. Ah! With, I did not mean to do that. More apartments. Like this. And your objective is on the far side of here, that blue building. You guys need to get into the train station that is there.
So currently, the majority of us are over here, and then Stims and myself and Whisper. Oh, okay. All right, let me reorient myself. So we're over here, and then Clacker, myself, and Whisper are like going this way.
Nope. So everybody is moving this way down this alleyway. The monolith moved up and turned this way. This is the political school that's taken on the fire front. These buildings.
So why are we? That didn't mean to click right there. Why are we heading backwards? That doesn't make sense.
That's the way we started going because we were trying to get away from the monolith, essentially. But we can always turn it. I say we go between a couple of these buildings and sort of parallel the monolith that we saw. They'll be so intent on this school, we just follow back behind these buildings, and we should be able to get around into our objective.
Yeah, so what I was envisioning is that, you know, obviously we're facing the school, and then I thought that we were going down the street and then to the right.
You guys came down this alleyway here and are taking a right, so...
Oh, right this way.
This way. And so
That's left. No, that going this way would be going left if we're facing the political school.
Nope, you guys are going down this way here. So right is this way, left is this way. You're not facing
No.
because you guys came from this school here.
We're on this side. I think we're on the opposite side.
Hang on, I might go... It's going to be a little big ass line. But the line of movement is that way.
Okay, so we started here.
Yep.
Yeah, we started over.
Okay, I thought you were saying that we started here and that we were looking that way.
Nope, so this corner here with the stairwell is where you guys were taking cover. And looking this way at the school.
Alright, it makes sense now.
Make it make sense!
So the street that you guys crossed is here. The right that you guys took is into this little kind of nook. And
Okay.
everybody but myself and Harry is in that little area. Basically a 2-meter wide, probably 40-meter long kind of corridor that's going to lead into one of those Soviet kind
Those
of
with
promenades
Robinhood
behind
Gold
the,
can enjoy a 3%
apartment complex.
IRA match. Tremendous.
I mean, I don't know what you guys are. Our best move is to stay
Everyone should give their dog
parallel
fresh
these
pet.
guys
They're part
and
of our
let
family,
them take
so
all
they
the
deserve a
flak and
quality meal
fire,
too.
and we just move around them to our objective, or our objective. And when we get done with our objective, if shit has calmed down and the monolithar have left the area, we will check the political school and see what's left of Killer's crew. Because
I mean, I've kind of weakened them by drawing their fucking snipers.
As much as I want to kill Killer's crew, I don't want to fuck with 40 Monolith to do it. So.
Well, thing is, now that we're in combat, like, Monolith know that we're here, so we're just kind of stuck here dealing with all of it.
Monolith don't know we're here. A single one of Killer's snipers knows we're here.
Yeah.
And he's going to relay that to everybody else, and now Monolith knows because you fired off a shot.
Monolith doesn't know.
It was with the Gauss rifle, so they.
Gauss rifle is silent.
If you say
what
so,
Monolith
right?
sees is they are directing a bunch of people away from the main fight and weakening themselves on purpose for some reason.
The only people who know that you're there right now is Killa and his crew. Killa relays, the sniper's going to relay, and obviously he's going to try and get his revenge, as will Killa. But Killa doesn't know who you guys are, nor does their crew. The Monolith don't know you're there, the zombies don't know they're there. As I was saying, there's just a huge smattering of gunfire coming from the faces of these buildings here, and these buildings over here, all firing at the political school from multiple floors. And we just went from here, took a quickie into this street, and everybody just kind of shoved themselves into this little corridor.
Yeah, I know where we're at now that it's been communicated. Thank you. Let's get back into it.
Myself and Harry, and I'm going to stay with Harry back at the cover of that stairwell, because I don't want to leave him behind. For everybody who is inside of the tiny little alley, what room?
But I'm going to move to the end of that alleyway and peek the corner and see if there's anybody out in this area over here.
I got you super quiet.
Oh, sorry. While we're waiting for you and Harry to get up with the group, I'm going to move to the end of the alleyway and I'm going to peek out and see if there's anybody in this courtyard that's a threat.
You see movement, but this area back here is so overgrown and like vegetated. Like you see a children's playground, and that motherfucker is overgrown with vines. There's toys and shit in the sandbox that just look like nature has had some hellish rape of a vine. Yeah, you guys, do you want to cross from this tiny little gap? We'll say the gap from these buildings, this full gap here is 60 meters long by 8 meters wide.
Have you and Harry made your way to the group yet?
We have not.
I'm just going to hold here at the end of the alleyway and just keep an eye on anything that's over in this area until you two move up. I don't want the group getting too separated.
Gotcha. Alright, so going back through turn order stims, you would have been kind of leading the group as you were the first one to take this turn through the alleyway here. Where, what, how, what do you want to do?
Where's our objective?
Your objective
It's this blue building back here.
this little blue building back here. It's in the street behind it. It's a train, like stairs that go under the street to a subway station.
You can go this way, right? Hug this side.
Yep, you can hug the other one too. And I'm actually going to put right where the group is, right here. Oh!
Oh no. Good campaign, everyone.
Yep, all dead.
Everybody's kind of hugging this left or right side of the walls there, going down that way. But yeah, so this is 60 meters long, 8 meters wide of dead space right here, and you could run 20 meters to the side of this building.
I'm gonna run here. How do I place a marker?
You want this building right here?
Yeah, right here. The right side of it.
Yep.
You do a marker by going to the line.
No, not that side, the other side. From my perspective, it's right. How do I place
if you
an
go
arrow?
to the line tool, open this stuff. Oh, tab, that's right. Got it.
There.
Alright, so you're going to cross in which direction?
Towards the school still.
So you're going to run out, cross this space, take cover behind the wall, and face this building
Living with
right
opioid
here.
addiction can be a struggle, trapped
go
in a cycle of
ahead
opioid
and
use,
roll
withdrawal,
me.
and cravings. S.T.A.L.K.E.R is for adults with moderate to severe opioid addiction,
God
whose
damn,
withdrawal symptoms.
fuck all of these. Go ahead and roll me athletics and perception.
It's a 20 on athletics, plus 13, so 33 athletics, and then perception. That's a 1 on perception.
Ooh.
Plus, doesn't matter, 9, 10.
You run across flawlessly. You fucking break cover to cover, and you get into your position, and you kind of give a hand signal, hey, come on, and you start scanning. You don't see a fucking thing. It's too vegetated. Kind of the same thing as classic. You're just seeing the playground that's dead in the center here, and that's about it. And you're facing this building. You can't see through it to the political school, but you know contact is generally going that direction. You also know that there's monolith in that building. To win, you are in that little alleyway with the little dude boy here.
Yeah. I am going to move to this building.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna have you, are you gonna move into it or just on the side of it like steps?
Yeah, just on the side of it.
Alrighty. Alright, a 20-meter run, roll me athletics, and for you, let's see. Actually, just athletics, because there's so much gunfire, they're not gonna hear you run across the courtyard.
Gotcha. I did not do great. I rolled a 9. I have no bonus to athletics.
Oh no. You get about halfway, and you're not used to wearing a sunrise suit. You start to really slow down. You will not be able to move next turn. You are now exhausted once you get into cover.
Understood.
Whisper is right there behind you, and he's in the same shape. He's just like, you can hear him in his match, just like, once you guys get into cover, and once you guys are up against this building, I imagine you're looking down your shotgun, kind of trying to get eyes on the political school.
Yeah, I'm gonna be still like pretty laser focused on all of the fighting going on.
Pretty much from your perspective around this wall, you can see down. You can't see the political school exactly, but you can still see. You know that they're there because you can see these two buildings giving them tracer fire, and all of these building faces shooting down at them. And Whisper just has his hand on your shoulder, and you can see his AK barrel out the peripheral. He's focused on him as well. Araman, you and I are back here. I'm gonna just kind of look to you, and we're gonna take a joint turn here.
I was gonna say, do you want to like run with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the rest of them moved around down this street and kind of, I'm gonna just point at this street, and I think they went right, and they're moving into the courtyard behind those buildings there, and I'm gonna be pointing at that building specifically.
Is there an entrance like on this side?
Yeah, you could go into this building.
Well, what I was thinking was like literally just beelining it all the way here. I don't know like how far that is.
Yeah, you definitely could. Let's say
I'd take like an exhaustion turn just to like catch up to the fucking group, you know.
let's say 40 meters, and yeah, we'll just fucking sprint, and go ahead. This is just pure luck. Let's both roll a d20.
Is this a d20? This is a d20.
Looking for under 15. Okay, 6.
9.
Okay, we get across without being noticed. There's just so much shit going on.
You might
Nobody
know
gives a
Harbor
fuck
Freight
about
for
people
affordability.
crossing
What you might not know,
open area.
performance in
We're in Merc gear. As everybody's now kind of conglomerated in this general area, Alex, you are inside the alleyway here, and you're looking right down this, right down this alleyway. You see Rib and Whisper, myself, and Harry just joined them on this corner, and Stims is over here. What do you want to do?
I will move across to where Stims is at. Where is Sawbones? Is she with me as well?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I'm going to grab her by the back of the vest, or whatever I can, and I'm going to move her across with me, keeping her on my left side, so that I'm between her and anything that's on this side, and we're going to move across to where Stims is at, kind of parallel to where the rest of the group is, along this right in there somewhere. Yeah.
So now everybody is spread between these buildings, or that building, and this building. We've pretty much got 4 and 3 over here. So, I also want to emphasize now, this has been about 7 minutes since the firefight started. All this movement, all this everything, and about 1,130 rounds have been fired between the factions. Like, I can't emphasize to you how loud and obnoxious this firefight is.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, the general path of movement continues to be this way, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
I am too exhausted to move, but I am just going to pat Harry's back, and I'm just going to point towards the rooftop here, just so that way we don't get flanked or encapsulated, because that's the absolute worst right now if we get people here. But going back down turn order, stims. You're on the wall of this building. Where do you want to go next?
How far can I move up to?
I'll say 25 meters. Well, actually,
How far?
let me. So you sprinted last time across. We'll say 10 meters. So you could get to the next building basically.
Do I have to roll athletics for that?
Yep.
Okay. Plus 13, 14.
You're running, and you're kind of getting a little bit fatigued. But you know, you do this fucking mountains of Afghanistan. You're not super uncomfortable, but you do trip over a vine that's creeping across some concrete. You take that and do a full gainer, chest first, and you kind of slide on the concrete, the sidewalk, and you really quickly look around. Nobody's seen it. You get up into a crouch position on the wall, and you're looking down this corridor here.
All right.
Rib, you are now. Oh wait, you can't move, but you can do other stuff.
Room. So obviously the school is getting absolutely shit-fucked currently, by Monolith. Meter-wise, how far am I away, would you say?
From the actual school itself, you would be 50 plus meters, and it would also have, again, from the corner that you're on, you can see down this, but you can't see the school directly. Unless you kind of wrap around and expose yourself out here. But you'd be about, let's say, 59 meters, just about 60 meters from the political school. You have a two-way street that goes up and down this way, and then a big promenade that surrounds the political school, because Russians.
Of course. Gotta be grandiose when you have all that space.
Hell yeah. And political.
Oh man, I had one singular idea, but I think I'm too exhausted for it. Well, I have another idea, now that'd really fuck us. I was thinking about trying to find, like, their radio frequency. Or, like, you know, trying to, like, see if I could send a message to one of them via the PDA.
Oh yeah, you can send, on your PDA, when, you put down your shotgun, you can see all of the little dots in the political school. All of those show up as loners, because technically, they are loners.
Yeah.
And you can tap on them, and their profiles come up. Go ahead and write me in the chat your message you're sending to Killa.
You got it.
Or whoever.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be the killer, you already know. There you go. And put it in the stalker.
Alrighty.
So, over the PDA, I'm gonna directly send him that message saying, "Welcome to your tomb, ghoul."
And you can see, about a second later, you see little typing, you know, the little dots moving. And he sends you back.
Your mom.
You just hear the little, your little thing go off, and you hear and the message reply is returned from the Deadeye Sea.
I'm gonna reply. You're gonna like this one a lot. Just the word monolith 3 times in all caps, and then I'm gonna close the chat.
Son of a bitch, my mic was muted. So, yeah, you close the chat, and you can almost envision his face. He's pissed. He killed you once, or so he thought, and now you're back? He can't let the word get out of what he did, how he betrayed your crew. That would make him look bad. But, at the same time, what the fuck does he care about appearances? Just as badly as you're itching to get your hands on him, he's now itching to get his hands on you. And you hear a series of explosions. Boom! On that building there. Middle floor, you just hear that the distinct sound of a Bog 25. Boom! And then the report. Boom! And then again you hear boom, boom. This building, and boom, boom! You can feel the building rock that you're in. Or, you're up against, I should say. And, the monolith's fire is slightly less. And, let's see here. Whisper, actually, Rip, go ahead and roll me a perception.
You got it.
It'll be off for Whisper.
Oh, fuck yeah, baby. That's a 19 plus 9, so that's, what, 28?
Alright, so he sees in his peripheral another group of monolith on top of a BTR that roll up into the middle of this street here. They're facing the political school, and they get out, but they see you. He is going to go ahead and take some shots at one of the monolith as they disembark. Ooh! Jesus! The monolith dude starts sliding down the ledge of the BTR, and as he does, fucking Whisper gets a couple AK rounds into the pelvis. When the monolith's legs hit the ground, the dude just collapses and dies from blood loss.
Fuck. I really wanted to use these guys. I'm gonna fucking, like, smack him on the shoulder. I wanted to use them to our advantage.
Well, they had seen you, too. And, another guy, as he's getting off, he takes a round round of the leg and just kind of face plants, but gets back up. Aramon, that leaves it over to you and me, and we are over the shoulders of Riot and Whisper. You got that thermal optic. Clink away. Oh, actually, you also have those tungsten carbide rounds. Let's see if they're AP, shall we?
Yeah. I can't rejoin. My internet's, I guess, fucked.
Yeah, I keep saying for whatever. Let me pull up the chat again. It says. Reference to an instance of an object. Steam P2P session failed with.
I think. I think
it's on my end.
I don't think so. I'm hearing him robot.
Maybe. Probably. Okay, how about now?
That seemed better.
Any better? Checking?
Yeah, there
Seems
you
like
go.
it.
God damn it. A game was downloading on my Switch. Thus, my entire network tanked. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm going to, shoot man.
Go ahead and roll me hit die. Wait, do you want to try and shoot the gunner or the driver of the BTR?
Oh, honestly, gunner.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me. We're looking for, under a 10 on a D20 if it, passes, if it, pierces the armor.
Can I keep that body shot?
Yep. Ooh! Fucking hell yeah. Under half. You line up what the dude who's kind of sitting, you just see a thermal signature of a dude. Basically, if you looked at somebody who was on all fours and then rotated it 90 degrees, that's what you see. And you put a round straight through his body. And you can tell by the color distortion that round passed straight through him. And he just kind of slumps forward. That monolith bastard is dead. You blew up his heart. And you're to blame.
I just look at the fucking gun. Damn, okay.
Go ahead and give me another round. There's monolith disembarking left and right. And there's actually, as you take that shot, one looks over at you. You guys make eye contact for a short second. Your head swims, and you hear in your own voice in your head, "Come to me."
I'll send the round.
Alright, roll me a hit die.
It's a 19 to hit? Or
Nope, just
23? Oh, okay. Left arm.
Alright, buddy, as he's walking towards you and just looking you dead in the eyes, he kind of staggers back and the lower arm falls off. But he looks at it as it trails blood, and he begins a dead charge directly at you. Whisper and Riot see this too. And yeah, go ahead, try and kill this motherfucker.
Yeah. Roll or hit die? Only place it can go.
pelvis, and he just kind of blows forward in that charge. He's still alive, but not for long. You can see that blood just covering the screen. And I'm going to be taking a turn with you again, Harry. I'm going to yell for stims. I'm going to yell, Clacker! 203, now! And just point at the BTR. But we'll come back to that in a second. Alex, you are over here with stims, or actually, stims is a little bit in front of you, but only a few, like 10 meters or so. What are you and Sarah doing?
I guess I will target one of. Is there anybody left on the BTR or around the BTR?
Yep. There are. There's D6. Let's say there's 3 more still on atop the BTR, still kind of disembarking.
I will. I'll target the one, I guess, in the middle of the 3.
Go ahead and fire. You want to do 3 rounds or just 1 round? How many rounds?
Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 rounds, like a kind of like a pop, just sort of in that general area.
Alrighty, roll me for that first round. Just go ahead and do hit die.
Oh, okay.
We're in close quarters, unless it's something like strenuous or like AP or something unnatural. I won't make you guys roll that. Ooh, alright. So as he's sliding out the BTR, your round planks him in the knee, and he hits the pavement and kind of buckles. He's down on both knees, and he's trying to get up, and he looks at you through his mask. You can see those dead white eyes, and in your mother's voice, you hear something say, "Stop this madness. Come to me," in your mother's voice in your head. And take that second shot. Oh, alright, dominant hand. You see your mother in front of you just after you shoot this guy, and she's ducking, she's freaking out, and it's kind of as you disengage from the target and you take kind of a look, you know, from aiming down your sights, and now you can see your whole world again. You see off in your peripheral, your mom is hunkered down in the like behind this building here, and she's hunkered down and rounds are kicking up around her. And she says, "Alex, come to me."
Do I need to roll some sort of like sanity check or something?
No? Well, actually, yeah, go ahead and roll a reaction die. And score real good on this one. Ooh, okay. That's still good though.
10. And my
29?
reaction is yeah, I get a 10. I get a plus 10 to my reaction, so yeah, so it's 20 total, I guess, with my bonus.
Shit. Part of you, as you see that, you're almost immediately up on your 2 legs, charging, because that's your mom. But you realize, no, that isn't. That's something else. That's something entirely different. And then you just get returned back to your crouch. And Sawbone, you see this. You don't see his mom, but you saw that very immediate reaction of like, shit, I gotta protect. What?
Yeah. I'm gonna squeeze his left shoulder when he kind of returns back to position and relaxes, and I'm gonna ask, "You good? You good?"
I'm gonna ignore her, and I'm gonna point my rifle at my mother, and I'm gonna squeeze off that third round and try and hit whatever that is, because I know it's not my mother.
Is he actually like? Is he actually shooting at something, or is he shooting at nothing
No, the round hits
from
that
my
building.
position?
From your perspective, you kind of see him focus, and he pulls off that round, and the round just smacks the building. From your perspective, Mike, you just hear her screaming, but you don't see her anymore.
That's what I wanted to see. So yeah, I'm good. It went away, so I know it's not real. I knew it couldn't be real. And I'll turn back to Sawbones and say, kind of frazzled, and say, "Yeah, I am fine. Shoot it, fucking monolith."
And that's it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and rattle some rounds.
I guess. Yeah, I guess I turn towards the next monolith, and I'll just go ahead and point and shoot.
They're starting to come out of the entrance of this building, which would be middle of the first floor. A big old door. And one comes out with a G36C. And he points directly at Riot. And Riot, you can react to this. He says, "Come to me."
I'm just gonna, fucking look over at him and point towards the political school. And I'm gonna tell him, go to there!
You know what? Roll me charisma.
You fucking got it, man!
Can Ribcage command the monolith? Nope.
Wait, hold on, what's my charisma modifier? +6, so that's a 13 in total.
Oof. He just kind of looks at you with his G36, and he takes off his mask, and there's no skin on the face, it's just muscle and bone behind that. And he gives you this toothy kind of smile. Not that he really has a choice, but like you can tell he's trying to smile. And he kind of starts jogging that way, but he keeps his weapon on you.
That's all I can ask.
You know the S.T.A.L.K.E.R run where they're like, their upper half is facing one direction, but their bottom half is running the other direction? From like Clear Sky and Shadow and Trouble. That's the run that he's doing. He's just tracking you with his upper half, while his bottom half is parallel to the political school. Just the S.T.A.L.K.E.R run animation.
Dude, I can hear the footsteps. That's fucking awesome, hell yeah.
Okay, going back down the turn order. But first, so another couple minutes has passed. We're still hearing this going on. At this point, the mercenaries have launched their part of the attack, and they have actually gained access to one of the larger structures. It's a complex of 4 warehouses that are on this side, and there's an in-the-field headquarters on this building here. But more apartments. But imagine only these 4 buildings are friendly, and they cannot advance further as they are bogged down just the same way as the political school is. Monolith are starting to appear in the windows of these 2 buildings here, facing us and taking pop shots. and we now are continuing our advance this way. Back at the top of the turn order, there is a kind of, as we continue down this way, this would be the main intersecting street in Dead City, going this way. As we reach that, your heads, you just had the worst fucking headache. Those of us in sunrise suits aren't affected, but even with your side blocker, it's just a headache, but you're still experiencing the scorcher. Let's continue with stims. You biffed it, nobody saw it, but you ate shit. And you're down on this building here. Would you like to continue and move over this way, or come on this way?
Hey, Firm, is that BTR still up?
Yep. Oh yeah, and you also heard that here earlier.
Fog it.
Stims, fog, now! Yeah, go ahead. Roll me a shooty shoot. Just a d20. We'll go under your reaction. 3, okay. 17. You pop that frag, and it lands just a little bit short, but that's okay, because there's monolith all over in the street, and all those ones that were wounded now got a fuckload of shrapnel in their back, and they are down dead. You have scored yourself essentially like 4 assists. We'll give you a suppression score too. But yeah, a bunch of fucking shrapnel. Everybody ate shit over here. That frees up everybody on this building to continue moving this way, if they so wish, or that way, God forbid. Stims, Rib, you're up next. You and Whisper. You guys are recuperated and you're ready to run.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna keep on keeping on down over there, because with Monolith in these buildings, I don't like that, so I just want to get as far away as possible and just go to the objective. I can worry about Killa some other time.
Alrighty.
There might not be a killer after this.
Well, I'm hoping, but I also know that, I mean, guy's a professional, the same as all of us.
For sure.
But Monolith also has BTR and RPGs, so, like, we'll see.
Yeah. That's hard to fuck with, you know?
And roll me a perception as you're running.
You got it. That is a natural 20, my friend.
Oh, nice. So as you guys run to kind of the center area here, you notice that fire is starting to let off from this direction. So you can imagine after all those Vogs that got hit, that they did some work on the monolith. And you're also hearing a lot less fire behind you, but we're attributing that to the BTR in the street, and that being Stims and Harry taking that out, as well as that crowd. But suspiciously, the fire is letting off and kind of starting to migrate its way over here, here, here.
Gotcha.
And so, okay. Stims is over here. Whisper and Ride are over here. Over to you, Armin. You and me are right here on the corner of this building still.
Right. I would like to. So everyone's kind of like up this way, right?
So Rib and Whisper are here. Stims is here. Sarah and Mike are here, and then you and I are here.
Okay. I think. Yeah, I think I want to head this way and just start getting like an overwatch of like this kind of area.
Alrighty, roll me athletics and perception as you move.
Athletics.
Yep, athletics.
Hey, let me get that ass lettuce.
What was the first roll?
Perception and athletics.
Perception. Athletics is a 0, so that'll be an 11. And then perception is 26. Math? Yeah, 26.
So you get to that second building here, still a pretty decent, about 10 meters distant from Rib, and you're just fucking dog shit tired. I am running with you, and I'm kind of like trying to motivate you, but you're a tech dude. You sit behind a computer mostly.
I just like slack your back. Go, 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 go.
And I'm gonna give one more look behind us, just to make sure that I'm not leaving you in a bad position. Okay, never mind. I just look behind us. Don't really look for anything. But Mike and Sarah, you guys are under fire, and so is Harry. Harry, go ahead and roll me a react. You see rounds kicking up around you from Monolith in those buildings behind us.
That'll be a 20, a dirty 20.
All right, you out of fear and adrenaline, you manage to jump and haul your ass through a window into this building here. And yeah, you put yourself right in the living room of someone's old apartment. And
It's not graceful. I get stuck like halfway through and have to like kick my way.
like a salmon.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, you kick your way in, and you're in cover. And those rounds continue to shatter glass, send wood chips and concrete. That concrete, man, that fucking stings as that's bouncing around in the building there. I'm gonna move this guy a little further down since we're more spread out there, along these 5 buildings. Alex and Sabo, rounds start kicking up really heavy around you two, and you see 2 guys with RPGs coming up on top of that building. One with an RPG, one with an RPG bag, I should say.
I'm going to grab Sawbones. And can we take like a joint turn here?
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to like point my rifle barrel at the roof of that building, and I'm going to say, pull the trigger, and I'm also going to unload, but I'm going to do it in semi-auto so I can kind of control where my rounds go, so I'm not just spraying. And I'm going to unload the rest of what's in my magazine, which should be 27 rounds. I've only fired 3 rounds so far towards those guys on top of that building. And I'm not going to worry about being in cover. I'm simply going to worry about hitting my target. So I'm going to square up and like kneel down, and I'm going to try my best to aim and hit those guys, because if one of those guys gets that shot off, we're all done.
Go ahead and roll me a reaction, and based on that, we'll roll hit die.
Okay. Let's see, reaction. I have good reaction. Plus 10s.
Ooh.
19 plus 10, so 29.
All right, you go ahead and roll all of these hit die. That's for you and Sarah both. So you guys just start fucking unloading. Sarah is a little bit more undisciplined with her fire.
Yes.
But she's going.
That's why I told her just to unload. Yeah.
Like first raking right, then raking left with automatic fire. You're going up behind her rounds, going pop, 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 pop. And you hit. Oh Jesus. Okay, we're gonna go with these bottom ones. being the RPG gunner, and the top ones being the RPG bagman. So RPG gunner gets hit in the right arm. Ooh, head! That is a headshot. And leg. So imagine RPG gunner comes up and he's kneeling on the edge of that concrete, those big Soviet structures, those big cookie cutter structures. He takes a kneel and he's aiming pretty much right for the center of our group. Blast, just boom, 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 boom. And one round misses, another round hits him in the as he's chicken winging with the RPG-7. Goes through his elbow, shatters that shit. The next one in the head, and another one in the arm. And this dude is fucked. Destination get fuckedville. And
is he close to the edge too?
Yep, he's going to fall down.
Yes.
And as he falls, he fires that RPG down, so it impacts on the floor as he falls, and he obliterates himself with the RPG blast. And this other guy, Sarah's working on rounds, and she gets this dude in the left hand twice, and in the leg, left leg, and the dude just kind of slumps over. With the left side of his body just being pelted by concrete bullets. And as he slumps over, the RPGs kind of scatter out of his bag. And but he's not returning to above, upright status. I am going to kind of look back for Harry and notice that he has gone back into that building. And I am going to jump in this building with him and make sure that he is okay. And then back to the top of the turn order. More monolith are starting to come out of these buildings. Not a lot, still just 1, 2, or 3. And they're starting to come out of this building here, exiting. Also in this time, you hear combat stop to what would be our east. There's no more bullets being fired out of these buildings, but you can still hear them from these buildings and the faces of these buildings here. And of course, the combat going on in this district here. So, back to the top of the turn order, Stims. You've probably watched that dude fall and obliterate himself with his own RPG blast. Where do you want to... Oh, wait, no, you transitioned over here. I forgot. So, yeah, you're over here with Rib and Whisper, and myself and Harry are about 10 meters, 11 meters behind you in a building here. What do you want to do?
Can I move to peek this corner?
Yep. So you move about 15 meters forward. You peek down this alleyway, and you see Monolith crossing from these 3 buildings here, including our objective, over to this street here.
Do they see us?
Nope.
Alright.
I should have had you roll perception. Oh well. But yeah, you see Monolith moving across the street there. Some of them are getting killed as they're crossing. We'll say about a third of them make it across.
Can I reload my VOG?
Yep.
Alright. Do that.
Perfect. Riot and Whisper. You guys watched Stim's tactical ranger walk up to the edge, and she does a quick peek, and then leans around the corner, and yeah. What would you like to do?
Want to go ahead and stack up with her.
Alrighty. You guys move another 10 or so meters, and you're nuts to butts with Stims. You tap her on the shoulder, and you know, let her know, hey, friendly. And Whisper's right behind you, same thing, nuts to butts, tap on the shoulder, friendly. And Aramin and I are in this building here. What are we doing, Aramin?
Huh? How many monolith are like directly facing us in this courtyard?
From these buildings, let's say 5 total. Oh, directly facing, like looking in our direction, you mean?
I mean, like, how many can I see
Out the
at
window,
this
you
moment?
see the ones probably on the top of these buildings. 3.
Okay. The ones on the buildings, I'm assuming, have like longer range weapons.
Yeah. The likes of SVDs, S.T.A.L.K.E.Rs, Gauss rifles, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll start plinking away at the long range support. Start playing peekaboo with them.
Alright. You lean your Gauss rifle out that window. You got a nice thermal signature. Go ahead and roll me a hit die.
Right way.
You're watching a man. He's kind of steadying himself up against some rubble. Some kind of a remnants of an antenna on the first floor, or on the top floor. And he's steadying, and you can see he's aiming down at somebody. And just as he's getting ready to take that shot, you blow out his fucking shit. And he struggles back to his feet. You want to send another round his way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, alright. So he gets up and you just fucking blow his dick off.
That seems to be the only place I shoot.
Hey man, it's easy to hit.
Yeah.
It's also going to make sure that they go down for the count.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So bypasses body armor 90%, like 99% of the time, really.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really don't need to worry about body armor, but yeah.
Exactly, but if you did, like, I mean, you could hit him with a 22 in the dick, and it's not going to be good for him.
You hit a man in the dick with a 22 and it starts rattling around inside of his balls.
It's not
That's where
so
the
much
piss is stored.
Yeah, and it's not so much the dick as it is the pelvis. Like, you shatter that pelvis and that
There's
motherfucker's
so
walking.
many muscle clusters that group in there. There's so many arteries, nerves. It's just a bad time.
Like, yeah, you might live, but life is definitely not as good.
You are done
Guess
walking.
what? You hit the
period.
middle. Yeah, exactly. You hit the middle, you're hitting the spine. That's exactly what's happening. You're
Oh,
done.
We just hit 2,200 subscribers. Thanks, guys.
Hooray! Thank you! Did you know that each and every one of you is appreciated and that you all deserve the best things? You do now.
I love you. Wait, sorry, was that too much?
No.
Yeah, that was kind of gay.
No, it would have been gay if I had said, now kiss me on the mouth.
Yeah,
That's a
you
lot
just
of
did say it.
subscribers.
That would be
Yeah,
really
but I got a
gay.
big mouth.
We'll set up a booth, dude. We'll set it up.
Hey, 5K goal, rib wheel kiss, S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
No!
Live on cam.
There it is. It's done. That's how it's gonna work.
This man here is my brother. We do not do that to your brother.
Incest is
Look,
not
man,
what
you don't
we
want to know what we're gonna do
Listen.
for 1 million subs, but you're gonna want to get there.
Well, I was about to say, how bad do you want those 5K subs, guys? Like, I mean, I know Strelic will do it. That's why he hasn't said anything yet.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit in time. Everybody's stacked up along this building and this building. and we've been trading rounds with Monolith at our 6 o'clock, and now we have a dilemma to kind of work through. We can take a, let's see here, we can take a right turn and go down this giant cross street and expose ourselves to this huge intersection, or we can try and take this building down and then move across. But we have to clear this entire building before we move across, or we're gonna get shot in the back.
Fuck. I think we should probably take the building for the reason of I don't want to get shot in the back.
Which
And
building?
also, none of us have smoke grenades, I'm pretty sure, so we can't give ourselves concealment.
True. Alrighty. So, once again, that raging stack is going to be Rib first, me second, and we got that. Let's switch it up. Instead of stims this time, we're gonna have Bonesaw right behind, because we're probably gonna need a medic. So,
Oh, boy.
Rib gives us the signal on a doorway. I stack up behind him, slap him on the shoulder. Whisper is directly behind Bonesaw, and he's going to kind of actually grab the door handle and open it, throw the door open. Rib is in, I'm directly behind him and going, Rib is in, going left, I'm behind him going right, and then Bonesaw is behind us going left, and then Whisper follows up and he checks for work in the dead space center of the room, and there they are. There's, imagine a room. Oh my fucking Christ.
I'm imagining.
Imagine a room.
Have you ever had a
I don't know
dream?
what the fuck that is, sir, but that is not a room.
That's not a shape.
That is a room in hell.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Imagine
not
3
not for
apples
you,
in your
really.
head. Now
Make them
rotated.
spin.
Why is it so? Oh wait.
Why is it so big? Okay, here. We're gonna do it over here.
I've never heard that in my life.
Okay, yeah, it's much better over here. So we come in, there's a little corridor, bathroom, bedroom, couple rooms. Alright, so we enter a doorway here, and we're gonna use this guy. So Rib comes in, he's right here, and he goes left, and he's facing the inside of the room. Me, I go right, and now we're facing. Boom, boom. There's Bonesaw. Bonesaw's having some trouble there. There we go. Alright, so everybody's got their sector. And we're in. Everybody else just outside. Saved objects, let's see here. Don't worry about it. The Monolith is a fucking Black Templar Castellan. We're not going to talk about it. Oh no, that's a sword, brother. But still. So there's a Monolith dude right there. And he's got his rifle up. Riot, roll me for Whisper, and I'm gonna roll for myself as we're rolling in. We're rolling reaction. Let's see where we want as low of a number as possible. Under 8.
Oh, well, I rolled a 15.
Ooh. Okay, I rolled a 7. Roll me a hit die, Rib. Oof, okay.
You best hope that 762 goes through the ceremony.
That is an arm.
The Monolith gets a shot off on Whisper. Whisper is hit in the arm. And as you know, we're all coming in, we're all piled in, we're all fucking just brrr, everybody. Rib with his shotgun, boom, cha-cha, boom. First round is Dragon's Breath, the dude set on fire. Second round is Double Out Buck, and it just rips through this monolith. And that's about the same time that he's firing. She's coming in right behind Rib and the last of the third one on the stack. She's putting rounds in. Bonesaw gets a bunch of rounds on target. Riot does not get Whisper does not get rounds on target, but I am also able to get rounds on target. I'm going to grab Whisper and just immediately kind of push him against the wall, and I'm going to square up with, there is a door. That goes out into the hallway right here, and I'm squared up with that door just to make sure if anybody's going to come through, they're going to shoot me. I've got him pushed up against the wall, and I'm just going to yell, medic.
I'm gonna run over and assess the situation and say, tell me what you need, tell me where you need it.
I'll just say it's not me, it's him, and I'm gonna kind of point towards the door and look over to Rib, and we're both right here. The rest of the stack is infilling. Stims, what you doing?
Should I keep security on the exterior and make sure no one comes in?
Good idea. Rib's up with me. Whisper's wounded. Araman, you're in the building, and you see blood spatter all over the place, and just a shitload of blood behind this guy. This guy got completely just fucking hamburgered. But what are you doing? Do you want to stack up with me and Rib?
Sure, I could do that.
Alright. I'll have you stacked up right behind me. I'm going to say, I'm going to change the description. Araman. Okay, there we go. Buddy's dead over there. Alright, so we got Whisper and Sawbone. Mike, you are next. Do you want to be in, or do you want to do security outside with Stims?
Let's see. Is it just Stims left outside?
Mm-hmm.
I will peek my head in the window and say, is everything okay?
You would be closest to Sawbone. What's your response?
Yeah, I'm fine, but we're working on getting Buddy over here all right, you know. But I think I got it.
Okay. And I'm gonna go back to holding the other side of the
Alright.
make sure we don't get fucking Jimmy Jack from behind.
So back to top of turn order. We can hear footsteps moving around in here, but we can't really see yet. Which way do we want to go here? I'll take a joint turn, and Harry's going to do a joint turn with us as well.
Which way, Western man? I want to go, so this is like a hallway right here?
Yep. Corridor in the
I would... Gotcha. I would go, this way. It's like button hook left out, the door.
Alrighty. So you come out, and, you turn, and you're sliding up against this wall, kind of down towards this area, and I'm immediately going to kind of do the opposite. You leave the room, I leave the room directly behind you, and I'm going to turn, button hook right, and stop. Harry's between you, and he is watching over your shoulder down the hallway. And now I'm going to move over to Bonesaw, and we're going to focus for a minute on you. Alright, so you have a gunshot wound that has gone through a man's bicep. The bicep, that bone in there, that's a 7.62 39 round. That bone is shattered. That sinew, everything is just fucked. But luckily, it's a through and through. Go ahead and try that. Walk us through it, and I'll have you roll as you go. What's the first thing that you're gonna throw on it?
Well, first I'm gonna go ahead and just give an injection of I'm gonna go with ketamine intravenously, and then I'm gonna wrap it really tightly over the wound itself and go ahead and brace it around in a sling.
Alrighty. Alright, go ahead and roll me intelligence on actually, yeah, just intelligence. You're kind of eyeing the wound as you're going. Let's see what you roll here. Ooh, nice. You can see that it's a through and through wound. It didn't hit any arteries. It definitely not going to be using that arm anytime soon. The bone is shattered. There's fragments of bullet and bone in there. And yeah, you've got that. You rolled a fucking more than a 30. So yeah, just go ahead and walk us through the rest of that procedure. You got his arm tied up in a sling. You got ketamine going into him. What else are you doing to him? How you stopping that bleed?
I'm gonna go ahead and pack it with gauze until it doesn't take anymore. And I'm actually gonna throw on. Actually, before I pack it, I have I brought with me back from home a Chinese medicine called Yunnan Bayu, and when you open the capsules and you pour the powder onto a wound, it stops the bleeding almost immediately. So I'm going to pour that on both sides, starting with the entry and then the exit afterwards. And then I'm going to go ahead and pack it full of gauze, and I'm going to wrap it tight, wrap it up in a sling, and then check elsewhere to see if he's got any more injuries.
He's screaming like, "Oh fuck, bitch, god, shit." And then the pain pills start to kick in, and he's just kind of spaced out. And he just watches you patching up his arm, kind of wincing at the gore. But by the time he's done, he's just chilling. Still in a lot of pain, but he no longer gives a shit about it. You've given this dude a giant ketamine dose. This guy's comfortable-ish, as much as one can be. Given that he's
character though, out of character though, from the animal medical side of things, that's part of what we use to call kitty magic. So yeah, he's feeling good.
But yeah, so you finish your procedure. Would you like to stay with your patient, or would you rather continue the breach?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully be strong enough to pick him up. I mean, I don't think I gave him enough to be immobile, but he's definitely gonna be out of it, so I'm gonna have to probably carry a lot of his weight if I do that.
Yeah, you go ahead and stand him up, and you guys kind of move to the corner of the room, and I will have you guys stay there for now. Continuing back with the breach, we're going to go down turn order again. Stims, you're outside. This corner of the building will be looking down the street, and you're continuing to see more and more monolith running through the area. And there's more running than are being killed at this point, but there's a steady flow of it. What are you doing?
If they're not engaging me, I'm not engaging them.
Roger that. Got eyes on, soft contact. Rib, you're at the front of the stack here. You can button a hook right, left I mean, or right. And the orange arrow doors.
Yeah. I imagine I'd probably go right.
Alrighty. You swing right, and as you're moving, are you going to go to this wall or stay along this wall?
I'll do the right wall.
Alrighty. You come to an open door, and we hear monolith, Slava monolith, and you can hear that there's a monolith dude inside. Harry, you're directly behind him, one hand on his shoulder. Do you want to go opposite wall and see if you can get eyes in, or just stay right behind him?
Do I need to get eyes in?
You don't need to, no. You can hear him.
Can I, line him up with my thermal and just shoot through the wall?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you kind of, you squeeze Rib's shoulder like, hey, stay here. You step back a little ways, and you can see this dude through the wall. I'm not even going to just roll to hit.
Yeah, fuck, unidentified target.
Alright, you get him in the hand. And he's going to go ahead and return fire out that same wall. You just hear that AK, or G36, bunch of rounds pour through this. I'm over here, shit, fuck, tits, shit, fuck. And over to you, Alex. You're still on the outside. You'd be looking back towards the monolith. We're engaging us around. The way you're looking would be down this way.
Are there any of them moving our way?
They keep peering in the windows of that tall building, but they're not moving out of that building.
So there's nothing in the courtyard between us and that building?
No.
Yet?
Not yet,
okay.
no.
For now, I guess, I'm gonna change mags. But I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye. I can't see into this. Can I see into this room here? Is there any windows along this wall? I'm going to peek it, just like kind of like pry that window just a little bit so that I can see if there's anything in here.
It'd be up a little bit higher, but it'd be a little tiny slit bathroom. You know the type that I'm talking about, where it's like 3 inches tall and like 6 inches wide. That's it.
So it'd be like head height.
Yep. And
alright, well I will just, because I'm tall. I think I'm 6'4". Yeah, I'm 6'4", so it's I should be able to see through it.
Hell yeah. You sneak your goggles right up to that window, and you and this monolith dude are just making loving eye contact through the window.
I'm going to raise my rifle up above my head, and I'm just going to fire in that general, because I'm not going to be able to shoulder it or anything. But I'm just going to fucking unload like 4 or 5 rounds towards him through that window.
He's going to try and shoot through the wall, so you guys, he ducks down and starts putting rounds through the wall. Mostly.
The wall should be brick, correct? Okay.
Mostly behind you and left of you, and you're putting rounds above him through the walls of this building. So we got dissecting fire going in and fire coming out And since where I'm not gonna like walk in, but I'm gonna peek and see what the fuck, and see this dude trying to shoot out of this brick. Maybe every 5th or 8th round is going through, and I'm just gonna come in, boom, 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 and that is one fucker dead. Another one of those Black Templar down, and I'm gonna say.
Do I see him go down?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
You stop hearing the fire, and you just hear very faintly from your perspective, me, Sectorechista. And I'm gonna about face and return to Harry and what's his name? Still shooting through the wall. And I'm gonna put rounds through the wall as well. So now again we have intercepted fire going through walls. Ain't it something? Urban combat is dog shit.
It is so terrible because walls don't stop shit.
And
especially interior walls.
Quickly change the ambience because it doesn't like that we haven't been active. Your playback will time out in 3 minutes. No, it won't.
Pay attention to me.
So, we are. Which one do you want to breach, Rib? We're gonna take a joint turn, you, me, and Harry. And
Gotcha.
we're either going to you and Harry flow into this one, or this one, and I'll flow into the opposite.
Gotcha. I think that I'd probably just go for the one that's. Well, Harry, didn't you put a round through this?
Yes.
Yeah, he put a couple.
Um.
And you can hear monoliths screaming, and there's rounds coming out of this wall here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting rounds in, Harry's putting rounds in, and rounds are coming out. There's just a lot of shit going on. Like this.
I will breach this room.
Alright, perfect. You turn, and as you come in, Monolith Boy sees you, and as you're moving in, you're yelling, one going in, so we stop firing. Monolith Boy sees you, and roll me athletics, and I'm going to roll strength.
Oh. This was not the room that I meant, but alright.
Oh, did you mean this one up here?
Yeah, no,
my bad.
I was talking about the other one.
Alright. As you get close to the door, you see a dude right in pretty much that doorway. And as you're coming in, we're still gonna roll, I'm gonna roll strength. You go ahead and roll athletics.
Gotcha.
You're rolling for, like a block. And let's see. Oh, no.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, shit. You are kicked directly back out the door against the wall. And, his buddy is going to, pop out. And him. Whoops. And him. Oh, fuck. Oh. Jesus. These two dudes come out this little door. Harry, you can see this going on. I can't quite yet. What are you doing, Harry? Rib is in some serious shit.
Am I? Ooh. I guess can I just try and like line these two up?
Yeah.
Just try to go through them both.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d20. We're looking for under a 15. Okay.
9.
You're able to hit them, but not necessarily kill them. It is enough to make them go back into the doors, though. They retreat
That's all I
into the
needed.
depth of the room, and Rib can breathe a sigh of relief. And on that note, I am going immediately, since you guys are dealing with this room, I'm going immediately into here. And, does somebody want to roll a d20? Actually, yeah, roll a d20 for Monolith. Okay. Oh no, a 13. So I enter, and I'm gonna be basically roundhouse kicked, and essentially just collapse against this wall. And Buddy's gonna go ahead and raise his weapon. Does he hit me? Yes. And he gets my right arm. And we'll do 3. My left foot. Oh, and guts. So I've been sprayed all over this wall. I am, we'll do start a time, or not really a timer. But let's do, I don't have a turn counter. Okay, I got 3 turns to bleed out. What else we trying to do?
Can I yell and ask if they need help inside?
We're actually going to Sarah and Whisper.
Well, I guess we're gonna try and keep moving forward based off of where we're at, and keep with the group and stay out of trouble.
Sounds good. So you're kind of taking point, and your wounded patient is behind you. You get up to here. This kind of T intersection. Which way do you want to go?
I do not know. I was not built for combat.
Alright, do you just want to kind of stay tucked into that hallway?
Yeah, but I kind of want to stay back on one side or the other just so I'm not, completely out in the open.
Sounds good. Alright, and that brings it to Stims and Alex. You guys are both still outside. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna yell and ask if they need help inside.
I'm unconscious.
Yes.
Alright, where's the doorway to get in? How far in can I
Did you key that
move?
up on the radio?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
How far in can I move?
Where do you want to move to?
Can I move? I can't push past people, can I?
Yeah. You can ask them to move or just push past them. You could move to Harry.
I'm gonna push up to Harry, yeah.
Alright. So not Kipchak. She's coming on through. Oh shit, she fell through the goddamn. She's gonna tap on Whisper. Hey Whisper, move just a second. Kinda fucking in full combat gear, you wouldn't believe how fat you are in a fucking hallway. And you guys are bumping uglies as you're moving past each other. Whisper, Shadow, or Whisper and Sawbone. And you eventually saw your guys' way past each other, clunking, banging, bombing, and booming, smacking past each other in that hallway. Alex, what are you doing?
Stims, did you ask that over the radio?
Yes.
Okay, so then I would have heard the reply. So, is this also a door in over here on this side?
That is a door that it has a door, but it'll go to a bigger hallway. Out.
Okay, so that's another part. Okay, so can I get into the building from that door, or is it closed off to the outside?
Yeah, you could go through like a middle door and go up a corridor.
I was just wondering if there's a way to get into this hallway from like going around on this side, but I guess this is probably the best way in is from over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will start moving to get into the building.
All right. Do you want to meet up with Stims?
I'll move as far as I can into the building. And I'm going to ready my flashbang at the end of my turn.
Go back to Rib, Harry, and myself. I am unconscious. I have 2 turns left to bleed out. Rib is just kind of getting back up on his feet after being kicked out of the doorway and then shot at. And then also Harry returning fire. So you're on your feet. Rib, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kind of hook myself a little bit into the room via the doorway and blast any person I see.
Alright, first guy you see is this one. He's kind of behind some cover. Rail him. Roll me.
Alright.
Are you just rolling full? Oh, wait, no, you got a shotgun. Oh, yeah. Alright, yeah, go ahead and fucking roll to hit.
Alright. This is just a flat roll, I don't add anything to this, or...
Just a hit roll.
Okay. Oh, just a location, gotcha.
Alright.
That's a hand.
Your dragon's breath catches little items in the room ablaze, and it nails this dude. It's little tiny pellets that are coming out of this thing, on fire. You don't just hit his arm, you hit that entire chunk of his body. Monolith is on fire, and they don't really know what to do with that. So he's standing there burning alive. His gun is up at you, but you're able to see in time to jump. And he goes, bop, 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 bop. And then the fire stops suddenly, and you kind of hear some screaming, and a really loud crash. Harry, would you like to investigate?
Yeah.
Alright, you come out, you come in, and you turn in. Where this dude was, there's an outline of a human form on the wall behind him, but there's also a giant hole in the wall. Monolith jumped through this back wall into another apartment while he's on fire, thinking that's gonna save him. Do you want to button hook and kill this guy?
Yeah.
Alrighty, you button hook in. Go ahead. How many rounds?
I mean, feet.
Left, eh?
Yeah.
Alright. Fate. Hopefully this kind. Go ahead and roll me to hit on the body.
Please, crotch.
Ooh. Arm.
Yeah.
You come in, and you see him chicken winging with his G36, and you put a round through his dominant arm, and he pours rounds out of the building, through the doorway, into this room, over to Bonesaw and Whisper. You guys are back here. Are you guys just chilling in the back?
Yeah, but at this point, I'm probably gonna try and make my way a little bit more forward. I think Whisper will probably be okay because he's got painkillers on board, and he's wrapped up. He's not worried about him bleeding out anymore, but kind of want to see what else is going on and make sure there's nobody else that's injured.
All right, I will have you take a joint turn with Stims, Alex. In that case, Stims, you're the first one in that hallway. What do you want to do? Alright, so you sweep in, and you see this guy who's over my fucking... Jesus, why is...
Before you sweep in, Stims, I'm going to show you the flashbang I have in my hand. You can decide whether you want me to toss it before you go in or not.
Stims?
I think I might just go in.
Okay.
Alright.
So I see
go ahead and roll me
he's
athletics.
over your body?
Yep, go ahead and roll me athletics.
Okay.
Ooh.
20 plus 13, so 33. I'm gonna start grappling on it.
Damn, okay. Just barely. You are within one of his. So yeah, he goes to punch you at throat level. Super just powerful punch. And you actually bring an arm up and block. Parry, or counter I should say.
I'm gonna dive into him and tackle him to the floor.
Okay. Maybe. You're a little girl and this is beefy monolith boy. We will see. Go ahead and roll me... dexterity.
No medic.
This guy has been hit, though.
He has.
11 plus my dexterity is 15. 26.
Ooh, yep. You fucking tackle this dude to the ground. And, what are you gonna do now that you have him on the ground?
I'm gonna strangle him.
Alright, you start choking. God damn it. You start choking the life out of this guy. Monolith Boy he's gonna try and bring... Oh, no, he's not. You just start strangling the shit out of him. And at this point, you yell medic. Mike is right behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the handle in the back of your vest, and I'm gonna pull you out of the room and around the corner, and I'm going to just point at you while looking at Sawbone, and then I'm gonna go back around the corner and help Stims.
All right, you walk in at Stims, just choking the fuck out of this guy. They're wiggling around on the ground. There's shit flying all over the place. Concrete dust. And mind you, this whole time, there's concrete dust that stings your nose. Never mind, we're all wearing masks. There's concrete dust. There's fucking goddamn drywall. There's fucking splinters. There's just fucking lots going on. It smells like blood, shit, cordite, and gunpowder. Rounds are bouncing everywhere. This all happened, all of this that just happened within about a minute and 30 seconds. And
Okay,
now
my question
Stims
is
making sweet love.
Stims, how exactly are you choking this guy? Are you like full mount choking this guy? Even like side posture?
I am
like
full mount choking this guy.
Okay, so his legs are exposed.
Yep.
I'm going to go down and I'm gonna pull my machete,
Ooh.
and I'm going to jab it into like the inside of his leg, right in his crotch.
You don't even got to roll for that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, do you want to jab or just make a hacking motion?
Well, no, I don't want to fuck up and miss because his legs are going to be flailing with her on top. I'm going to kneel down on his leg so he can't move it, and I'm going to just, I'm not even going to it's not even going to be like a violent thrust. I'm going to push the. I'm gonna set the point right on that artery, and I'm just gonna push it into that artery so it's very controlled.
God. Yeah, I can taste that. I can taste that smell. You sink that blade in, and just fucking gush. And he's at a sustained heart rate. He's, and that motherfucker's spraying everywhere. Stims, you're getting a lot on you on your back and on your lower legs. It's getting all over you as well, Mike. And this dude just bleeds out, getting choked to death. Within about 45 seconds, he's just done. And you guys stand up from your passionate process, just fucking covered.
I'm just simply going to turn around and walk out and go to the other room and make sure that what's going on over there. I'm gonna pull my rifle back up, put my machete away, and start moving towards the rest of the group. Very like cold.
You come into this room to see this guy, and Harry and Riot have been trading rounds. These guys haven't been able to get each other, but they've been trading rounds this whole process. You walk in, and you just raise your gun in the middle of this crossway fire, most of it being friendly. You just walk in, cold as can be. Boom, 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 boom. And that's 3 to the head, chest, neck, and then the last one to the groin. And you just instinctively radio, Sector Chista. And that is where we're ending tonight. We have a mass cas on the first breach. Well, not a mass cas, but a critical wound.
We definitely have some casualties. Well, good game, fellas.
Yeah,
good
nice
game.
Session.
Good sesh.
How do you guys feel? Jesus.
That was a lot. Like, there's nothing really more to say. I wasn't expecting a fucking platoon's worth of monolith to show up.
Welcome to Dead City.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we out here, we're all alive. That's all I gotta say.
Well, yeah. And for those of you watching, thank you for your continued support. Thank you for 2.1K, or 2.2K. Jesus, guys. You guys have continued this snowball. All of you new subscribers. This has been 2 months of non-stop subs. My watch time tripling almost every 2 weeks. I love it. I appreciate you. We love it. We appreciate you. And get ready for some more content. It is nearing the birth of our nation, April 19th, 1775, Battle of Lexington Concord. And expect a video, or at least a dissertation, maybe, if the YouTube gods love us enough, a podcast, if we can manage it, of some revolutionary goodness. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing,